Um, but we're doing interesting things. We love technology. We love Africa. We think there's a massive opportunity in the telco, fintech, e-commerce space, and we've got together a group of people that have a shared vision and passion for the continent and for what technology can do for the continent. And so we still yet to make an announcement, and so all I can say is watch the space.
So then what are you busy with currently?
So, well, for one, we're in the process of raising capital for a permanent capital vehicle that will be focused on technology, media, and telecoms, specifically in the private equity space on the continent. And we are in the process of concluding some really exciting tech deals that we'll be making announcements about. But in essence, it's really private equity investments in entrepreneurs that are changing the way Africans engage with the economy. It's about creating financial inclusion, it's about getting people connected, and it's about supporting entrepreneurs that can create IP that will work for Africa and ultimately, hopefully, be exported to the rest of the world. I'd love nothing more than to be behind, in some way or form, behind entrepreneurs that are changing the world, but born and bred in Africa.
How much money have you raised so far?
Not at liberty to say any of that because we haven't made any official announcements. But what I can say is that we are looking to close our first round on $200 million.
And any plans to list?
Certainly not in the beginning. I think the markets are tough now. And also, if you look at the other investment holding companies, many of them are trading below NAV. So, one has to have the right reasons for listings and stuff like that. I think for us right now is closing our first round and deploying the money that we raise wisely, bringing our shareholders the kind of IRRs that we are committing to, and most importantly, in finding the right businesses and adding the right value to these businesses such that we can raise even more money, deploy more money, and add more value. And one day when the time is right and there is a liquidity event opportunity, we'll do it at the right time, at the right place. But right now, our focus single-mindedly is on ensuring that we can find the right businesses that we can add value to and do exciting, interesting things.
Are your investors African-based or all over the world?
So the initial raise is for money from Africa, because I think that Africans uniquely understand that there are African problems that need African solutions, and they believe in the African tech story. Our aspirations, of course, is to get global money, but being a startup investment house, our seed funders, we are very far down the line with, are African investors.
Is Michael Jordan one of them?
Michael is one of our partners, and he's signed on because he shares our vision for the continent and for the tech space. So we're going to be making more formal announcements soon, but he is one of our partners.
How soon is that?
We're hoping that everything is finished and finalized and formalized by the end of Q2.
And have you identified any investments yet?
Yes. So we've already closed 2 investments that we haven't publicly announced. There are a number of others that are very close to fruition. When we make the announcement of the final capital raise, it'll also be with what investments we've already done thus far, how we've deployed the money, what our expectations for returns are, how we imagine adding value to these businesses, why we're excited by the entrepreneurs and the management teams behind these businesses, how we imagine these businesses to come together and work together as we invest. The idea is really very much our philosophy is that the whole should be greater than the sum of its parts. So it's really about building a portfolio of investments that combined make logical sense to be together under one house that are working together and building value for each other.
Can you say in which countries they're in?
Yes, so they're primarily African countries. One of the investments is a business that was started in Africa and is now a global business, an incredibly exciting business, and expanding rapidly. And for us, that is the key, is like, I very strongly believe that we have amazing stories to tell. And in the tech space specifically, I think that there are problems that Africans are going to solve that the rest of the world needs. And I'm looking forward to being a part of that.
How did you make the leap from the Creative Council into technology?
So you see, the thing about it is that I don't think that there is this thing called technology. It's like saying, why did you choose oxygen to breathe with? You know, it's because oxygen is all around. Technology is all around. I think that every business in the world should see itself as a tech business. And really, every division within that business should see itself as a tech startup. That's really the mentality that can allow businesses that exist today to exist in 10 years' time. So, you know, how do I make the leap? I love technology. I think that it is going to be the solution to many of our problems. I also, unfortunately, think it'll be some of the reasons for many of our problems. So we've got to find a way to resolve problems with tech solutions, and to be aware that it will also create its own problems that we need to deal with. But for me, it was a natural transition. I love investments, I love business, I love entrepreneurs, and getting involved in the tech space is it's the kind of businesses that I understand and know. I love the idea of scalability, and I love the idea of exponentiality, and tech provides me with all of that.
And would you look to do another business with your former partner, Rand?
I'm open to doing business with anyone, so long as we can have a shared value and shared vision, and most importantly, and I don't think people talk about this enough, most importantly, have fun with together. I'm surrounding myself with people in the current business that I'm in, people like Romeo Khumalo, people like Michael Jordan and others. These are people that I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with, because we inspire each other, and I'm a better person for being around them.
Is there any truth that you're in a financial dispute with Rand?
I don't want to discuss that publicly.
Okay, thank you.